How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more DLDC, and I'm currently in, or rather I will play at the start today, a secret that, well, I cannot avoid playing, unfortunately, but yeah, it's a mistake I made. It's fine. I mean, it's not really my fault that you cannot get out of the secret, because it's essentially a bug that you cannot get out, but yeah, whatever. No use in crying over it. But it's something that I still don't know if the one to blame for that bug is the... I think it's the people that made the game itself and not really the stage developer. But I don't think the stage developer has anything to do with the getting out of secret mechanic. Like, or maybe he does, I don't know. But I don't think he is to blame. Well, regardless, this is the secret. Essentially, you have 5 rotating things, and you gotta get in between them. But of course, by just going horizontally, it's not enough to avoid getting hit, so you need to kind of go diagonally. It's not really diagonal, it's more that you have... I mean, I don't know how to even explain it. But yeah, it's hard. That's what I know. So I might be stuck here for a while. So, well, hopefully not. The most likely scenario is that I do get stuck here for a while. And the worst part is that this is not the end of the stage. Like, there is still more. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm also using controller, I think, for this. I mean, anything that involves infinite jumping using controller is a lot easier. I don't think keyboard here will give me an advantage whatsoever. It's just that it's a very, very hard checkpoint. I mean, the alternative, if you don't want to do this checkpoint, will be redoing the stage from scratch, but I don't think that's a good idea, personally. Yeah, I mean, it certainly is not. Okay. Guess I keep failing on this last one. You know, that last double jump was unnecessary. I would have made it if I didn't unnecessarily double jump there. That's a shame, but it's whatever. Essentially, you can get to the portal simply by jumping once from the left side. It's not that hard. Just that I'm a moron, that's the issue. A little bit of a problem. Now, I also don't know if the secret ends after reaching the portal. Maybe there are more screens of secret that you have to sit through. And if that's the case, well, that would be a problem, but it is what it is, right? I also don't really know exactly what strategy I used to get past the second to last one. That one looks very rough. Well, I mean, all of them are rough, really, no? To be fair. Just an extremely hard checkpoint. Could be worse, yes, obviously. Especially knowing what fun games are capable of. This is not that bad compared to that, but it's still pretty hard. Just wish there was an easier way to tell when these things are about to end. Like, it would be nice if they had a distinct pattern. Well, maybe they do have a distinct pattern on the side. Kind of, it's not that obvious. Like, on the side they are not exactly the same in all of its... I don't know, parts. Not sure how to call them. I mean, these are supposed to be chains, I think. So I guess the links. Actually, yeah, from the falling from the top for this one is what you kind of want to do. Yeah, that works. The same for that third one, but I fucked up there. Box. Also, there's something that is, by the way, 100% static. Like, if you know exactly what movements to use, it's not hard to make it to the other side. Like, figuring them out is the hard part. Like, right there, I'm pretty sure I don't need to stop. Like, I can just keep going. Yeah, and it's gonna work. Obviously. Alright, so this is a single jump. Or not. Oof, wait, is that a... Wait. Okay. So that was a spike. So that's a peach. Well, we got out of the secret. Oh, and very generously they let you to the right of that screen. I don't know, like I have not beaten that screen at all. So I don't know the actual way to beat it. Wait, what's this? Oh, this is the fireball. Yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, at least we're out of the secret. And it really wasn't that hard, it's just that it's a shame that it's completely bugged, you know? Well, not the secret itself, but rather if you want to opt out of the secret, that's what's bugged, right? Hey, that's fine, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm supposed to pick up... Oof. Actually, I just realized how hard this screen is. After you pick up the gem, you need to go back the same way you came. But from the bottom. Okay. One of those things that you can look at it as much as you want, but it's kind of irrelevant if you don't have the... If you don't build the muscle memory you need. Oh, I'm supposed to double jump at the bottom, I think. Yeah, alright. Gotcha. You know, once you do that, you're... Yeah, you're completely cornered. Unless you... But I cannot go straight to the cherry. I guess I still don't know how to do this one properly. Yeah, you can actually go straight for that, but... I mean, it's most likely what you're intended to do. That being said, how did I manage to do it? Not sure myself. Right now I seem that I cannot pull it off. Is it that tight of a jump? It really feels like I'm doing it wrong, but... I don't know what else could it be, if it's not going straight. Because I think that the refresher below is used for when you need to go back. Because I mean, it's pretty clear that the circles are not timed randomly, like they actually have a very specific way of being handled. Like, I don't know how I pulled off that jump the one time I managed to do it. I think it's simply that I was too high. By too high, I mean that I have a lot of height, not that I was high. You get the point. Aside from that one time I pulled it off, doesn't seem like I can pull it off now. It's a problem. See, those spikes make sure that the fireball can only go that far. And oh, wait, hold up. I think I'm doing the order wrong. There you go. That's what you're supposed to do. Champ first and then fireball. Though I think it is possible the other way. It's just that... Wait, can you cancel this if you don't have a... Yeah, okay. You can cancel it by pressing the champ button, even when you don't have a champ left. It's a little bit hard though to think of it, because my instinct here will tell me that if I press the attack button again, it will get cancelled. Which is what I did there, by the way. Okay, so yeah, you do that, you double champ, then I think that... Yeah, you have to use the fireball before picking up the refresher. Well, I don't think it makes a difference if it's before or after. Then you pick up that red apple in the center again, and then you somehow aim at the bottom. Fuck that again. That being said, I did double jump there and it wasn't even close to that thing disappearing, so... having my doubts if this is the strategy. Maybe it isn't. I mean, if that's not the strategy... No, I think it is a strategy in the sense that up until there it's fine, but the double jump you do it there. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. Gotcha. So basically, I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think you're supposed to do a short jump, fireball, then jump here and then go down. But I could be wrong. Like, it's one of those things that I don't think you can really plan by looking at them. It's most likely that like that though. But yeah, you cannot really plan it because you don't know what the state of the spinning circle is gonna be by the time that you reach, well, whatever part you're looking at, right? But it's hard. Well, the good thing is that at least the game does warn you that this is a hard stage. Well, I think the difficulty is basically the highest before the highest. It's basically 1 point below the highest. But yeah, it's not meant to be a breeze, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm not sure what the point of those refreshers is. Like, well, you could pick one up to help yourself fireball to the right and then you double jump if you don't manage to aim perfectly, but... yeah, I don't know why there are 5 of them. I guess it's so... it's not very picky on where you get it or something. The issue is that it's hard to pick up any refresher there. Still pretty hard to time this properly. Takes a while. Yeah, I'm just scared to... Oh, nice, I pick up one refresher. Wait, what's this? A sad face? Your pain and suffering will be my joy. Okay. That's not that easy to dodge, you know. Damn, and I died to the easy one, really. What a moron. Okay, but there is another one. That was pure luck as well. Okay. You're flying too high, there you go. And then there seems to be another one here. Oh yeah, I forgot about those cheetahs or whatever they are supposed to be. They disappear on the stage before. Well, I should be able to down them first and then deal with the ugly flaming thingy. It's a flaming face. Wait, why was I able to... You know, if you hit them in the air... I think it's... This is probably not the right strategy. Most likely not. You know, I'm doing this the hard way. That being said, you gotta kill one of those things before it's too late. Because it's not that they simply bounce off the walls or something. Wait, isn't this guy too high? No, it's fine. Why did you shoot that so diagonally? That's so fucked up. I think those things die in 2 hits. The issue is that they have lots of iframes. So yeah, they die in 2 hits. Got it. Oh, really? That's an issue. Wait, I have to ignore this guy. Well, not really. You kill him here, but... I don't know if there is another one that's gonna spawn. Hopefully not, but... Okay. You took too long. At least it... Well, there could be a spawn of those balls. Like those, you cannot see them until they spawn. I think there shouldn't be any other creature, at least. Like this one. Okay, you cannot wait there. If you wait there, you're essentially locked. Okay, that'll work. Wait, there is an issue with that. Like, I can make it to the red thing. Oh, that's so fucked up. I just understood the issue. you are supposed to not kill this guy. Because it's the only thing that gives you a platform at the end, and you're only supposed to kill it right at the end. And that is an issue. That's a lot more fucked up than I thought. Like having to keep this asshole alive. Because paying attention to the two things at the same time, I mean, I kinda figure that if it wasn't for this guy, getting to the color places was pretty easy, but then this is like going all the way around and just making it extremely hard. Alright. Really? It is pretty fucked up, without a doubt. I guess I could at least damage him. It has to be twice, because the third time is the time he dies. But it's a good idea to keep him one shot alive, just so when the time comes you only need to shoot twice. I mean once. That's the idea. And here it's pretty much for free that you can hit him. No, don't jump to the right there. You're gonna get a corner. Damn it. I think there is a little bit of RNG from this guy, right? Like the movement. I mean, the movement depends on your position, but I wonder if there is any randomness on it, or it's always the same. I think it's hard to tell. Damn it. I think this one is gonna be too hard right now, and I got a little bit of progress at least, but I feel like I should be doing something else, because this one just seems excessively hard right now. So yeah, sorry, but no thank you. That's something I think it's on the same level of difficulty as some of the needle things that I haven't done yet. But yeah, the issue is that at this point there aren't really that many things remaining that are not very hard in one way or another, you know. It's just difficult in general. I guess I could try Kamek's Conundrum, maybe. Maybe a good idea. Like that one, it's been so long since I tried it that, you know, I barely even remember it. Was this the right way to go? Yes, it was. And it was this one, right? No. Which one was it here? Okay. So this is one of the first, well, I played this on the second stream, I think. It wasn't bad what I saw, but it looked like it could be pretty annoying. We will see. Essentially the gimmick was about teleport. Oh yeah, it also has that very annoying scream every time you die. Yeah, that doesn't help. What was the button? Okay, you use this to swap. Nice. To swap realities. That's the point of this thing. You are in two places at the same time. The reason why I didn't like this checkpoint is when you go down here, you need to go through those fishes, and I found that for some reason to be extremely hard. Not sure why, but it just looked super hard to me. Well, that thing is drowning. Oh, it opened up here. Since the fish is no longer there. Cannot kill these guys. In Sonic you could. This is a single jump, isn't it? Yes, kinda. So when I swap here, he's about to drown. Ah, you need to spam that so quickly. Okay, at least I understand what I need to do. It's not particularly easy. Yeah, right there you kinda want to make it back. Early guess. Those jumps are hard. Okay. I feel like, I don't know, it went a little bit overboard with the difficulty of this first checkpoint, though maybe the next ones are gonna be just as hard, but this first checkpoint just seems excessive for being a first. Well, technically it's not the first checkpoint of the game, but I think it's the first one that actually uses the gimmicks. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna remember that I need to jump. Well, I think that you can kinda see it. I can't believe I got close enough to get hit, dude. Are you for real? God damn it, dude. Well, another problem with these spikes is that I'm pretty sure they don't have the hitbox they show they have. Or maybe they do, but yeah, they are a little bit uncomfortable. They are the typical Sonic spikes. Okay. Damn it, dude. It's like there are so many hard things in just the first thing you have to do. It's the reason why it turned me off the first time that I played it. Like for a stage start, you put a lot of hard shit, but it probably is gonna get worse. So maybe this isn't even that big of a deal compared to what we can expect later. But it's still something that it pretty easily scares off anyone that plays it for the first time, I feel. Maybe not, maybe I should suck, but I feel like it is generally scary. Okay. Oof, nice spam. Okay, and then we are done with this checkpoint. Yeah, it did get a save. Wait, can I get past this? Yeah. I don't think you're not intended to do that. Little bit weird though that the checkpoint starts there. Unless, wait, do you want me to hit here? This thing? But I cannot do that. No, maybe this jump is possible, but it doesn't look like it is. Oh, okay. That's barely possible. And then what? I don't think you can jump anywhere there. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. You're supposed to bounce on these things. I mean, it makes sense, because what else will they be doing? So you're not supposed to go right yet, you're supposed to go up. They refresh your champ as well. Oh, you're supposed to switch there before you fall, like here, and then remember that. Though what did I do with that? Oh, we are underwater. So basically that champ was not intended, the one that I did back then. That's pretty funny. I don't like that the oxygen doesn't replenish instantly, but it's a bar that slowly recovers. I know that that's probably more realistic to how it works in real life, but... Oh, it didn't take that one away, really. Fuck. So it took away the... Well, it makes sense because it was supposed to be an exclamation mark block. It gets rid of that. Okay, sure. Am I really supposed to get rid of this ghost here? Because if I do that, how am I gonna make it to... that other ghost that is on second here? Well, on second, I mean the second one. God damn it. Wait, hold up, I wanna check something. No, at that point I was pretty much dead no matter what, so here I think I'm not even intended to waste my double jump to reach that. Like, I used the double jump to land here, okay, gotcha. Then you make it there. But where do you make it here? Oh, oof, that looks so hard, dude. That actually looks so hard. Okay. I restarted instead of switching though. Right there, I'm assuming that what's gonna go down are the spikes, because you're pretty much dead otherwise. I gotta assume that's the case. It seems that this will be very long checkpoints. For fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, the issue is that any very tiny death that you can have here, and it's pretty common considering how many dangers there are, like, you basically will punish you and make you do the whole thing all over again, you know. Not a fan of that whatsoever. But yeah. And it just seems like overall a pain in the ass to play, right? Whatever. Damn it. It's far from the only level in the game that is a pain in the ass to play. It wouldn't be that big of a deal if the checkpoints were shorter. Like, if you could pick up a checkpoint in the middle of the screen, but like this, it's just not fun. Like, because you know what to do. Like, you even remember the steps, but you have to redo everything so much. And the worst part is that you have to redo stuff that is easy, but it takes a while to do. Like, well, for example, this place, right? It's not hard to go in between these bullets. I say that and I died. But I died because I'm a moron. But the thing is that that's not hard to do And even if it was hard to do, it's also not very engaging to do. Like, you have to wait for like 5 seconds to jump in a vertical line while doing nothing else. And on top of that, you also have to wait when you're at the top to replenish your air meter, right? So basically, the annoying thing is that every time that you restart, you have to do all this shit that just takes time, and it's not particularly hard, it just takes time. That's it. And you will die a lot, because that's the nature of fun games, and not to mention that, you know, doing this thing is not that easy. Maybe it's easy to you, Dev, but certainly not easy for, I think, most people. Oh, now you have 2 bullets. Well, 2 bullets? No, that was a bug, I guess. So I hope that this will get rid of spikes, because otherwise I'm dead when I land. Nice. Wait, what did that even do? Oh, it reversed the exclamation again, so what? And what about that? Like, what do I gain with that? I can land here, but I cannot do anything else. Maybe I did it too early. Was supposed to do something else. Yeah, I'm not sure what the idea is there. I'm a little bit unsure. Like, I'm looking at the screen there to try to understand, but I don't. Like, yes, I land here, okay. And... so... I think you land here so then you can fall here with this thing gone, maybe. I guess that's the idea. I don't know. It could be. I mean, once you go up here... Well, but you don't have anything else, do you? At least I don't think you do, right? Yeah, I'm afraid I don't understand this. Maybe the spike on the bottom left was gone. I feel like it wasn't gone though. A little bit confused here. It is essentially just a pain in the ass, as I say. Very annoying to do. Also here, I don't know why you will want to know what's on the other screen. Because here, sometimes I get confused, because I look at, you know, those things that show the switch that are on the other screen, but why would I want to know that? Because, I mean, without knowing the whole layout, it's a little bit worthless, you know? Switch. I probably did it too late, but hold up, I'm dying. Shut up. So here you can switch this twice. I hope I don't die here. Okay. Okay, why does that kill you? Like, I know what to do, like, you're supposed to like change before hitting that, and then when that thing is off you double jump to the other switch on the bottom left that now doesn't have a spike. But why would that block kill you? I mean, I think those blocks are from Mario, right? And I'm not a Mario expert, but aren't those blocks completely harmless? Why will they kill you here? Well, not like they have to behave the same, but... Come on, dude, I was not expecting them to kill me. I fucked up, sorry. I'm a little bit distracted, but yeah. See, here's the thing, I don't think that here the gimmick is bad, or even the idea behind what you're supposed to do, but the whole setup is so long, and the lack of checkpoint makes it so that length is something that you have to suffer every time. So it feels like the stage is a lot longer and a lot harder than it actually is, you know? And maybe that's the idea, like trying to make more difficulty with less, sure, but if you ask me, I think that's pretty lame to do. That's the issue with this stage. And so far, I mean, according to the challenge here, it's a relatively long stage. Not super long, but apparently it's longer than average. And if that's the case, there's gonna be multiple of this, and this is gonna feel like it's gonna feel like a full-time show rather than a fun level, you know? Okay. So, here you wanna double jump into the ghost. Ooh, I almost died though, okay. And then you, were those fishes there before? That will be hard to do without dying. Probably. Hopefully no, but it's... I'm most likely gonna die. Yeah, I know. Shut up. Okay, so this is hold left. Full left, and then jump, okay. And that should be it. Well, that should be it. I need to get out of here, but... I mean, I could still die to this, which will be pretty sad. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh. Can't let Eggman get away. Well, you're the one that can fly, so why don't you do that? Okay, see, he did that. It is the launch sequence from Sonic 3, right at the end of the game when you see this thing launching into orbit. And this is the location of the final boss of Sonic 3. I wonder if it's gonna be the same boss. It's the big arms boss in... Yeah, it is the same one but smaller. Doesn't seem like I can damage him though. And it's not even using the final boss song here. So wait, what do you want me to do here? Fuck. I'm supposed to protect that shell, probably not, right? Not like I can do much about it. It's a weird attack. But I cannot deal any damage, can I? Everything keeps oh, wait a second, I could switch. I cannot switch. Maybe I was supposed to switch at the beginning. Wait, maybe I'm supposed to hit his back? Doesn't look like it. And this doesn't look like I'm supposed to survive, so... What am I supposed to do? Uh-oh. That's hard. Okay, I cannot use the switch mechanic, by the way. It doesn't do anything. So, well, I'm assuming that Kamek here is fucking dead. So, is this just surviving? I mean, I cannot damage this guy with anything I have, so... Like, everything just bounces off. The problem is that... It will be weird for that to be the case, because... It's like random order of attack. I mean, you can do that, it's fine, but... Usually random order of attacks tend to belong to an actual boss. But this one seems to be framed more as an avoidance. And an avoidance doesn't tend to be random in the order of attacks. This I'm supposed to target a very tiny spot or something. Oof. Okay, my issue here is that I don't remember these are 5 bullet attacks. No, I'm trying to see if aiming at the head does something. It doesn't. All the bullets bounce no matter what, so I gotta stop worrying and stop shooting then. It feels so weird. It feels like I'm not supposed to simply dodge, but I cannot do anything else. Yeah, I find this remix of these songs pretty funny. They are supposed to be like the shitpost version of these songs. The troll version. I guess troll is a better word to use. Damn it, dude. Yeah, that attack with the piranhas is clearly the hardest one, no matter what. So, like, here I think that the main issue with this stage... I don't know if this is the end. Maybe it is. But I think the main issue with this stage is that... I don't think that the ideas are bad. Like, even this boss doesn't have bad ideas. It's just that it's not fun to play, you know? Like, that's it. I mean, nothing more, nothing less, but... It's essentially just very... I don't know if I should use the word lame, because it doesn't really describe it much, but... Just doesn't feel something fun to, like... I think the biggest issue is that there is a lot of... Like, this is probably not the appropriate word to use, but a lot of downtime. Like... Basically, times where you don't do anything, you just wait for stuff to happen. And it's even worse here with this boss, because you cannot damage it, right? Okay, I got past the fishes. What's this? Uh-oh, that's a new one. Well, not particularly new, really. I mean, it is new. Nothing out of the ordinary. I still cannot deal any damage though. So what you gonna do now? You see, the problem is that now he's repeating attacks, so... I don't know, dude. Like, am I missing something obvious? Am I a moron? Those are not mutually exclusive. But yeah, the point is that... I don't know what I could be missing. Like, is there a gimmick that was explained at the beginning of the game? I don't remember, because again, I cannot swap. Like, using the button to swap doesn't do anything. So... I'm not sure. Because right now, as you can see, he is repeating patterns. Ah, fuck. So yeah, I just don't know what to do. I feel like this is relevant somehow, but you cannot stop this. If you try to stop the fits with your hand, is not gonna work, of course. You cannot use them as a platform either, I think. No. So... Are you just supposed to survive until he gets tired? Maybe I'm bugged or something. I don't know. It could be. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, what else could I try? I feel like I already tried everything. I already tried also the button that lets you do like the second gimmick, assuming there's any. In this case, there is none, but you're also not supposed to use the second fist as a platform, so I don't know. I think I will have to get away from here, guys. It's one of those things that unless I check it somewhere, I don't understand what you're supposed to do. If it's just surviving, it will be pretty lame. But it will also be a problem because there's no indicator that there is progress, and it certainly doesn't help when he repeats the same attacks he already did, right? Like it makes you think, okay, I was supposed to do something and I didn't do it. So yeah, I don't know. Just weird. Just pretty weird. Also, this attack is extremely hard because of how extremely random it is. Like, those bullets wouldn't be hard by themselves, and you can tell that in a lot of situations I have zero issues dodging them, but it's all a matter of luck. If you're not lucky, you get fucked. I'm still gonna try to shoot him in case the bullets bouncing is like a decoration and I'm actually dealing damage. Probably not, but just that at this point I don't know what to think, you know? I don't think I'm supposed to go to the right? Like going to the right will make you go somewhere else? No, it's a wall. Can try. Ah, you have to be shitting me. Well, I keep surviving, but nothing seems to be happening. And he did this shit for like the third time now. And I'm not any closer apparently of this being over, so... Yeah, I think it's, at this point it's clear I'm supposed to do something and I don't get what. I was thinking of returning a projectile, but doesn't seem like that works either. Maybe... No, it's like, these things are also not objects you can shoot, so... This is so weird. It genuinely feels like it's bugged. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the first time that something here is bugged. See, here in this game, I mean in general. But... I think that's the third loop, and this guy is still not dead. So yeah, there's either something I'm not doing I'm supposed to do, or it's simply bugged. I don't understand what else it could be. Well, I guess I will keep going until I die. I mean, what else can I do at this point? I don't know. I mean, if you were intended to avoid him from hitting that... oh, wait. No, never mind. No, he's still doing this random ass shit. I was about to say, if you were supposed to stop him from destroying that shell at the beginning, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you will game over or something, but no. Well, again, this just keeps going and nothing's working, so... At least I mean, I'm gonna try. I had to try, like, if maybe getting inside that does something, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, this does not make any sense, so... Well, That's a shame. Well, that's a problem because it's like unlock. I don't know how to finish that. Hold up, let me see. Maybe the review say something. It's just that I'm not a fan of reading. You need to swap back to Eggman in order to not die to a huge explosion. Well, that's a spoiler, but the issue is how the fuck do you hit him? With the first boss... Wait. So there are two bosses. The first boss, it's not really an issue, though it's a little on the dual side. So the first boss is Eggman or what? Okay, the second boss is Mecha Sonic, good spoiler. He only has one that you can damage him with, and you can sometimes get unlucky with it and just have him go in a spot where getting the arm aimed back at him is borderline impossible. What? So, supposed to hit, like the punch hits him back, like when he aims at you? The arm aimed back at him is borderline impossible. I mean, it's the only attack where he shoots the arm, so it has to be. Right? Like, how do I get out of here? Okay. I don't know if anyone else says something else. Didn't click with me that the very first attack was what did damage to the boss, and I assumed the sound effect was from the hands hitting something, but not from it taking damage. The thing in the left of the screen really only gets a slight sprite change on the top. Well, I don't know, there was something like that. The thing on the left of the screen. You mean the shale? Okay, let me see that again. So I feel that I still don't understand after reading that what I'm supposed to do. So there is a sprite on the left I'm supposed to pay attention to. You mean, I don't know if you mean that one. I guess. Oh, I get it. Okay. So you're not supposed to make the arm hit him. You're supposed to make the arm hit this. That's very, very badly telegraphed, dude. Like, that's horribly telegraphed. Like, I mean, good effort, I guess, because it's clear that there was an effort into showing how it works. But damn, dude, that's very rough. Very, very rough. Also, yeah, what some chat should say is pretty true. Like, this is a very dual fight, no matter what. Okay. Fuck. Alright. It only counts on the first hit, well, the first fist, not the second one. Well, at least I know what to do. Though the issue is that there is another half of the stage after this. That's very bad. I mean, I guess with the length that the creator, no, I mean the chat say that this game has, I couldn't just expect a single one, right? Well, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine in the sense that, yes, this design fucking sucks balls, but yeah, whatever. At least the guys have... Well, actually, see, that's the thing. I could read the reviews for the stages where I don't know what to do. Will be useful. Well, especially the one that is rated... Though, that will be the fucked up thing, right? The one that is rated #1, dude. I will probably see a lot of glazing in the reviews. And for the little that I've seen, I feel like it's so undeserving of that. I didn't get far, so I cannot know. But then again, it's just... I keep saying this from the beginning, but... Games, and in this case, the stages themselves, they have to have something to grab your attention. So if they are super hard, or like maybe not super hard, but just challenging at the beginning, but they don't give you any reason to keep going, you just think, well, I'd rather not do this. Like, difficulty should be... should be something gradual, right? That's the issue. So if you make the thing at the beginning very hard, you know, it just doesn't give you the motivation to keep going. And that's what happened to me with the #1 rated stage. It's like, you want me to think out a lot of things right as the game starts. And I'm not a fan of thinking, as I keep saying, but it feels like if you want me to get to that point, you need to give me the motivation first, and then you are like, okay, this is your challenge. But there was no motivation, because as soon as you start, you already have to kinda figure out what to do in something that is not obvious. So honestly, reading the reviews of that stage is probably a bad idea, because I'm gonna get in a bad mood. I'm just probably gonna see so much glazing of that stage that I obviously will disagree with, and it will be too much to handle, you know? That's fine, whatever. Alright, I'm out. I'll go back to it when when I feel like, you know, well, I don't know when, honestly. Well, yeah, the issue is that here everything left is just annoying, to say the least. I think the only... Well, I could try the Kendrick Lamar one, but no. I mean, trying a hard needle one seems like a horrible idea, but I can try Astral Prominence. It's a horrible idea, though. Like, I know for a fact it's a horrible idea. Wait, isn't there any Tatsi here? It will be pretty useful right now. No, there isn't. Well, there is this. Where do you go? Yeah, to the beach. That's exactly where I need to go. Okay. So, Astral Prominence. So this one is long and hard. And the current checkpoint I'm in had like some movement that I didn't know how to pull off, so... Oh wait, this is... you trigger it by attacking. You know, this one was not easy whatsoever. Like this checkpoint, I mean. Oh, nice. At least this one kills you right away, because without the shield it's obviously useless to keep going. Still not sure how to... Like, yeah, you do that, but that's not gonna work on the next one, I think. That's my issue. I have no clue what to do on this one. Looks so absurdly hard. Even if those things were not there in the middle, like, this one will still be extremely hard. I don't get what to do. I mean, there is a reason why I left this one right here, but it just seems that that is a little bit excessive, honestly. This one was probably a bad idea, but I mean, none of the following, of the remaining ones are good ideas. I think I'm supposed to double jump as soon as I hit the spring, and then afterwards use the shield, but I don't know. Seems a little bit too hard, no matter what. And not to mention the timing that you need to do there. I'm thinking that this is probably, like today, I mean, it's probably as far as I go with this game, because what's left is just not gonna be fun to do. Like, what's left is just gonna be a pain in the ass. All of them, without exception. Like, legitimately, there's not a single one that is an exception. So yeah, I think it might be over. We will see though. If I manage to beat another level, like, well, no, not really, because even beating another level is not gonna make most of the remaining ones not be a pain in the ass, you know? So it might actually be over. I think that this stream is where it ends. I mean, I was already not expecting to beat it when I saw some of this before. And in some of these, the only issue is that they are very hard, but in some other ones, it's just that they are also very boring or annoying to play. So at that point, instead of tryharding those, I think that it's just like, it's better to say, okay, I have my fun, I don't think I can have any more fun, so let's just stop here, right? Like, that sort of stuff. I don't know what to do here, dude. Legitimately, I have no clue how this checkpoint is done. Really. Well, it's what I say. The issue is that I quit this one and then go to another one that is just as hard or as annoying. I guess I could do the other one that is more close to regular needle. I forgot the name. I think it's down there somewhere, probably. I think under the water. I think it's this one. Yes, it is this one. This one, I think it has binds, so using controller is a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, it has binds, so I need to use keyboard. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember here the issue. The issue was that this checkpoint was very long. That's essentially the problem. It was a very long ass checkpoint. And I think that that's mostly what the issue of this stage is. Like, these are checkpoints that are longer than they should be. Or should be more checkpoints in between. Pretty much. This one is hard to pull off. I think you're supposed to repress the jump button. Yeah, like that, exactly. And I think I pulled that jump off, but what came afterward, like basically the checkpoint just kept going, so didn't seem easy to pass. Because basically, the issue with these stages is you have one jump like this one that is already pretty hard, but it doesn't end there, right? Like, that's the problem, and it's especially weird in this one that this one is supposed to act as a tutorial for jump holding, right? Like, it should have ended there. Like, there is no reason to not put a checkpoint here. But yeah, whatever, I guess. What do I do here? I think I was supposed to hold my jump all the way instead of using it like a moron. Yeah, that's the idea. I just feel like this is too long for no reason. And the worst part is that the stage is supposed to be long as well. So aside from these hard checkpoints, you also will have most likely a lot of this. So I feel like this is the kind of stage that will probably take you a whole stream just to beat, you know? Really? Bro. I don't know which other stage I could try hard. There is also that needle with the gravity refreshers and shit. But yeah, I don't think that one is a good idea either. Because I mean, that's the unholy trinity of these three levels. Like basically, astral prominence, this one, and the anti-gravity needle. They are all very hard needle, and that's it. Like, at that point, it's just a matter of skill, and it's yeah, a skill that I have, but not in the level where I will beat them in a reasonable time. Like, I can beat this, yes, 100%, but it will probably take me the rest of the stream just to reach the halfway point of this stage, if even that. And at that point, I'm like, why would I do that, right? Like, I don't feel like playing hard needle. In fact, if I felt like playing hard needle, I already have some games in my backlog that I have not beaten. Mainly, well, Shampoo Refractory is one of them, which is essentially where that... But I don't know if it precisely comes from that game, but it's the first game I saw that game again. And yeah, after that it's, you know, what else? Oh yeah, I wanna reach the 100 floors. That's pretty hard too. So essentially, if I wanted to do really hard needle that takes me a shit ton of time to beat, I already have other stuff in the backlog, so I don't see why I would want to play these ones instead, you know? Because if this were the only stages remaining to finish the game, I would be like, okay, make an effort to get through them and you get this, but they are not. So yeah, like basically the combination of all of that gives me zero motivation to actually keep going with this game. So yeah, I think that I'll tell you this. Unless I can somehow beat this stage today, I think I'm done. Or again, maybe not this stage, maybe another stage, but it will have to be a hard one because, for example, I most likely know that I can beat the avoidance bullshit that is on that Muppet stage, but I don't give a fuck about beating that stage. I want to, like, I care about beating the hard ones. And if I cannot beat a single one of those today, I don't think it's worth to keep going, basically. And for what it's looking like right now, it's most likely not happening. So, yeah, too bad, I guess. But yeah, I knew from the beginning I most likely was not gonna beat this. When I saw some of these levels, I was already like, you are not gonna beat this shit, dude. You can try, but you're not gonna have the motivation to beat it. Yeah, that is correct. I don't. I think it will be... I will have a higher motivation if there wasn't so much low quality shit in this game, right? But are gonna be Oompas and Koopas, really? Well, that's an issue because this basically has the potential to be as hard as Echo's level. It most likely will. Oh, and we have the typical. Oh, this is so cancerous, dude. This is so fucking cancerous. Though, my question here is, why the fuck do you zoom in the camera? Like, if you're gonna have checkpoints that require knowing what else is on the screen, there is zero reason for you to zoom in the camera. Other than to add more difficulty, sure, but like, come on, dude. I feel like that's a very, very cheap way of adding more difficulty. They basically cover the eyes of the player. That will teach them. This sounds like copyrighted music, and it most likely is. Well, if this shit blocks the video, I swear I'm removing the audio from here. Because you deserve it for using copyrighted music. You better hope it doesn't block the video. This is gonna be similar to Echo's level. The difference with Echo's level is that the gimmick was more fun. Not to mention, it was way more straightforward what you were supposed to do, because you had indications to know exactly what to do, right? So yeah. Really. Okay, so once you go to the Koopa, what do you do? Now you land down there. Okay, well, at least you have some time to think. Though the issue there is... yeah, I think a single jump can make it to the vine, so you double jump into the Koopa. Okay, you need to pick up the refresher the first time and then you bounce in the Goomba to go a second time and actually make it. That's the idea, okay. Sure, that's doable. It doesn't mean it's not annoying, but... I was supposed to hold the champ before hitting the Goomba. God damn it. Okay. What's this? Okay, I think that indicator is to tell you you're supposed to bounce there. I think you... Oh, okay, so you want me to cancel the jump here. Okay, well, yeah, without that indicator, this will be almost impossible for me to figure out. Wow, and that in itself was a checkpoint, really? Huh. They tell you pretty much where you're supposed to make these things land. Wait, hold up, save here. I kinda have to take a look at this. So you double jump down there, you keep the jump after picking the refresher, and then before, I think before hitting this, you double jump. And then bounce onto this thing. Oh, but the fucked up thing is that you need to do that while this thing is looking left. But you don't have any way of knowing that when, like, you cannot tell. Well, okay, here you can tell, but I think that by then it's too late because you cannot stop. So after that bounce, you double jump here, then here. Okay, that's understandable, but this part can be a pain in the ass, basically. It depends on how he does it, I guess. Yeah, the issue is that this jump is pretty hard to do when you don't know exactly where the spikes below are. Again, why the fuck do you have to do this with a zoom in? You know what I don't like when people say artificial difficulty, because I feel like it's a pretty stupid term. But I think that if there's any place where it will be fitting to call for artificial difficulties here. Like, what are you even doing, dude? Like basically the difficulty of it being hard simply because you cannot see well. I mean, I guess it will be relatively fine if it was common for fan games to do this, but it's not. You know, like zoom in levels is not a common thing to see. So like this decision was deliberate to add to the difficulty. It just feels very cheap if you ask me. Yeah, the issue is that you're supposed to wait until that shit moves all the way there. I know that you can simply stay in the vine and keep jumping until he eventually does that, but that's so annoying. I guess here is where you can very easily compare Echo execution to this guy execution. Echo basically makes everything so all the level flows in a way that you don't need to stop or wait for anything. Like, it's super hard, yes, but it's essentially built in a way where it's, if you have the execution, it's pretty much automatic to get past it, right? Automatic in the sense that, again, like, everything is built in a way that is... Oh, it didn't work that time. Okay. I think it's because it doesn't matter what way he's walking, it matters what side you hit it from. Well, that's also something that Echo did better. Echo explained how that works, but you don't, because you don't feel like it, I guess, but... It's a very important detail to leave out, you know? Especially if you're gonna have an area fully dedicated to a tutorial. I feel like you could have mentioned that. So here you just wait until he gets in position. Oh, you cannot hold the jump there. That's hard though. That's like an anti-jump. Like, you have to actively let the jump go, because otherwise it's not gonna work. Unless you can simply bounce on them without pressing jump. But I feel like the bounce will still be high enough. I don't know though, that's the issue. And considering where they are, it's not like you have too much room for testing. Okay, I tested it there, and no, even not holding the jump button still makes you jump high, so you are effectively supposed to cancel it with your jump. Nice. Alright, what's this? A couple of thwomps. Well, not a couple particularly. Rather 3 of them. Okay, and that's the secret. It's a watermelon. I'm most likely not gonna pick it, but... Well, the thing is that here, if you don't pick it, yeah, it's gone. So you're supposed to use the thwomps as platforms here, I think. Or not, okay, you cannot use them as platforms. Let me check maybe on the way down. No, you don't. Like, these are essentially a moving spike. So you cannot touch them. It's not allowed. No, you're supposed to do that pretty fast. So once you do that with that jump, okay, so you're supposed to hold that jump all that time. For what? I guess to trigger that guy. Okay, and if you wanted to go for the secret, you will need to execute this jump. That is an F jump, pretty much. I don't think this is a secret or anything. I don't know why there is a special... Like this looks weird. Not sure why it's there, but... Yeah, for some reason it's there. But yeah, I don't think that's related to the secret. It's simply some weird placement, I guess. Okay. The camera there cucked me so much. It felt like for a little bit it didn't move to the left. Basically the camera is this stage biggest enemy. Like, I feel like I could even say that this stage is very cool if it had a regular camera, but with this camera it's just, as I say, feels like... Fuck. Feels like completely artificial difficulty for the sake of it. And I mean, that's fine in itself, like if you wanna do it that way, but I'm not a fan of that sort of shit. Okay, that's a little bit hard. I probably shouldn't do this, especially since I decided that I wasn't gonna get every secret, but... Just that I'm tempted here because, well, unlike Echo's stage, this one seems doable. Talking about the secret, you know. The camera is so shitty, dude. Like, right there I can tell that it struggles going left. Like, you can see that. Like, it stays static for a little bit. And then... like... then it moves left, but it takes too long. And by there... well, not only it's an issue that it takes long, but when it actually does it, it kinda feels like it just throws you off, right? You probably should stop going for that, dude. Well, at least on the right side, the regular checkpoint is pretty easy. But, yeah. The issue is that if I do make it up there, what do I do to trigger the thwomps properly? I feel like I need a strategy. At least you can stop and think about it once you're up there, but... ah, fuck. And yeah, once you are here, there is no way to trigger this thwomp to go back. You can trigger that one on the top, though. Yeah. Like, once you are past that, you either restart or you keep going. Fox. God damn it. I don't know why that's so inconsistent. Like, sometimes I make it and sometimes I don't, and I feel like every single time I'm doing the same thing. Clearly I'm not, but... okay, I should stop doing that, I guess. If this is already gonna take a long time as it is, trying to go for that secret will make it take way longer. You see, like, right there, if the Goomba jump was consistent, I probably would be more inclined to try it, but it's being weirdly inconsistent and I don't know why. So that F-jump is very fucked up, dude. Maybe you're not even supposed to do it like that, but I think I am. that's not what you're intended to do. It's also a little bit annoying how this initial thwomp takes so long to... Well, not take so long, but rather you need to be so precise to trigger it. For fuck's sake. I cannot do that, dude. Hey, that makes no sense. Like, there's something on that Goomba that makes no sense to me. Fuck that. Damn it. Okay, so how do I trigger these guys without dying? Wait, this guy doesn't get triggered horizontally? Not even close to him, okay. So it's only vertical, these thwomps. I mean, we already know the second one is vertical. Oof, but that's pretty hard. I don't think I can even stay in between the two, but you're clearly intended to. Not to mention, if I do stay in between the two, triggering the other one will be even harder. I tried to land right away. Okay, I'm gonna try that one more time. As in, gonna try fooling them one more time. Then that was fast. I don't think you can land without, well, yeah, that's the issue. That movement has to be instantaneous then, but I'm so tempted to do it. I'm so tempted because I know what to do, it's just that it's hard. But what also doesn't help is that Goomba can be sometimes further, depending on how long you take to get there, of course. Okay, no. I think it's time to let it go, though. I think it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go, dude. When you get there, then it's time to just keep going. Like, it's not worth it. You already know you won't get every secret, so don't bother with that. Okay, that's it. Because yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna stay for too long on something that, like, what's even the point? I'm not gonna get every secret, and I'm not the biggest fan of this anyway, so... yeah, just fuck that shit, you know? Are you supposed to do this without champing? No, you can champ, it's fine. I think. Can you? Maybe not. Hold up, what happens if you do this? Yeah, that's doable. Like, you can actually skip the Goomba. The only problem is that what do you do with this shit? You make it bounce left so you can delay it enough to be on the right when you get there, I guess. By the way, that thwomp goes to the left, so keep that in mind. This way of doing this is essentially a skip. It's not the intended way, but I don't give a fuck. I forgot to champ. No, it's just I forgot to make it to the second bouncer. Okay, and more importantly, you're supposed to not double champ there. Though, if you don't double champ, I think you're supposed to hit it straight. Or you could maybe double champ but make it shorter. We'll try both things, I guess. Well, that could work, but I think that's too far to work. So maybe you're just supposed to do like a very light double jump and that's it. Yes, but you need quite a lot of finger control for that. It's a little bit annoying to pull off. Because it's like you have to constantly hold release in very specific times. Very annoying, but whatever. I should be able to pull it off. I mean, if I was able to beat Echo Stage, I can 100% beat this. Just a matter of willpower. It's true that it's getting harder to find in this game, but maybe we will find it. Perhaps. It's just that if you bounce that far, you cannot make it to the other side. Okay. Wasn't expecting the thwomp to attack so early, but I'll take it. Oh, this one is so shitty. We're supposed to... That... Okay. The execution of this thing is crazy. Now, there is a problem here, and it's that this was probably intended to all be the same save. So you weren't supposed to be able to see what comes afterwards, because, you know, you could already see it before. But I kinda need to know what to expect afterwards here. But there is no way to... I mean, I didn't know I would have no way of seeing this. No, that's not the right move. But at least there is another one on the next one. Okay. That's a lot of shit. Fuck. How many vines are those? It's an excessive amount of vines. Okay, so... Okay, hold up. I need to think this. So... You do a regular jump here into... Well, bounce into the vine, hold your double jump, and then I think double jump here. Vine, this one probably gets triggered there, or maybe that's the idea, that you don't trigger it until you get here, but I don't think so. I think you're supposed to trigger it beforehand. So then you bounce on this, keep your jump. Not sure if I get this one. Why would you want to pick this one up? Okay, no, I get it. You double jump here. Can you make this? Or maybe that's what this thing is for. No, but I mean, at that point, just ignore it, right? Like, if you can keep your double jump, why wouldn't you just, like, make it here and ignore this? This makes no sense, right? Maybe because you don't have a jump. Okay, I get it. Because you don't have an extra jump here, but can you make this jump here? I guess you can. Okay. Well, enough planning, get to it. Oh, that goes all the way. That's a problem. So you wanna trigger that with that other vine. Yeah, with that vine. Okay, yeah, that's very doable. I can do that. Okay, but you need to jump higher from the vine. So is that really the idea? I think it is, but feels like you cannot make it with a single vine jump. It feels like it's close enough, but maybe not. I mean, if it's not like that, I don't know how else this could be. It's just that it's not working. It's the only way I can think of it. Yeah, well, not like that. Oh, I triggered him earlier. Yeah, you don't want to trigger him that early. You also don't want to trigger him that late. Hold up. Okay, there's something... Well, you can stay there, but if you stay there, the swamp is gonna end up fucking you up anyways. Though I guess you have some time before he gets back to his initial place. I still don't know if that's the idea. It might not be. But what else could it be if that's not the case? I just don't think that jump is possible at this point. I guess I could try what happens if you use this thing sooner than you should, like if you use it there, but I don't think it's gonna work. Not to mention, I don't like that mechanic at all, simply because of the way you use it. There is... Oh, there was another one up there that I did not see, or rather I thought it wasn't from this checkpoint. That was my bad. Alright, so... This might be pretty long, after all. Okay. Yeah, might be. Okay, and after that is simple bounces, right? Now you cannot double jump, but then you can double jump. You're supposed to double jump to get to the Koopa and then bounce onto that. I think that you can do... Well, okay, here you have a lot of margin actually, because after bouncing the Koopa you have an additional jump, so you can simply jump higher and then fire all the way. Yeah, that shouldn't be that hard, okay. A hard jump though to get to the bouncers. Okay, yeah, that checkpoint was easy. I'm here simply scouting to see when the fuck this ends. That bigger champ refresher gives me hope, but I don't know. Okay, so you have this Woomba fall. Wait, why do you? Okay, it seems that the game is getting generous all of a sudden because it allows you to do a lot of double jumps that you don't really need. I don't get this though. Okay, I do get it. You're supposed to get rid of this first. How though? How do you? Or maybe once you get past a bouncer, well, cannot we test it with one of the ones here? Yeah, you can. Hold up. Yeah, I think that once you hit a bouncer, okay, you can fall through it, so that's what you're intended to do. So yeah, you bounce there. Well, after you bounce, be careful not to hit the spikes, and then... Okay, the shell will land there. Okay, so you double jump into the shell, then the shell... I guess that will be hard to time with the refresher there. And then it's using the vines until you reach, okay. Got it, well, got it. Not really, but I'll try. Okay, no, you're supposed to hit that to go left. Might be hard to reach that though. So close. There you go. Oh, but the issue is that you're supposed to hit it again. So you hit it once to stop it, and then you hit it again to make it keep going. Okay, sure. I think you're actually intended to... Well, maybe not. No, forget about it. I think that you're intended to do what I originally say you're intended to do. Then again, the fucking camera. It was aiming up when I was already down about to die, and I died, of course. Okay, hold up. Oh, that works. Camera. Well, I mean, it's pretty clear. The absolute worst thing about this stage is the fucking camera, dude. I know you did it on purpose. Like, the idea is that the camera is challenging because it doesn't let you see. I'm just saying that that's such a shitty idea of making the game hard because the camera is shit. Well, the game, I mean the stage, whatever. You get the point. I think that that's pretty lame to do. I fucked up. Because you know what? That's the reason why a lot of old games are bad. Because they have very poor camera control. Well, control or simply the camera is bad to look at the game. But those are not things that were made on purpose. It was simply poor design. Well, for the most part, they weren't made on purpose, I guess. But this one feels like it's made on purpose. So it's like you're doing something like objectively bad from a level design perspective on purpose. Whatever. It's a shame because otherwise I feel like the stage is not bad. Like, it's basically like a relatively easier version of Echo's stage, and not so much, because Echo's stage, even though it's pretty fucked up, this one is also quite fucked up. But I will say it is easier than Echo stage, but yeah. Echo didn't do any bullshittery with the camera, you know. And even then, there were a lot of times where you... Well, that's one thing I will criticize Echo for. He didn't put those cameras in his stage, despite the fact that he usually does that. So I'm surprised he didn't do it on this one, especially when apparently they are supported by the engine. It's not even that you have to do them yourself, so... I mean, maybe he intended... Well, in that case, I will also criticize Echo for that, if he intended for those to not be there. Like, in that case, I would prefer if it was an accident that he forgot to add them, but yeah. In his stage, those would have been very useful. Ah, fuck. How did I do that the first time? It feels like now I simply cannot get close to it. I forgot to hit that shit again, didn't it? Oof, okay. Got it. Well, I'm assuming. Oh, it's a cutscene. Alright. Assuming this is the end of the stage. It is. Alright. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's a cool stage, unfortunately ruined by the camera. If it wasn't for the camera being so purposely bad, like this one certainly would have been better. It's essentially a similar idea to what Echo did in his stage, though Echo of course is more gimmicky. This one is, I guess, more traditional, but yeah, like you could have made it better with a regular camera, right? Anyways, it was okay. So at least that's a hard needle stage done. I will say it's still not as hard as Golden Sky though, or Astral Prominence. Well, and I think these guys also agree. This one is not considered full difficulty, right? Never mind, it is. Okay. Well, I disagree. I think that both Golden Sky and Astral Prominence are very clearly harder. But yeah. So, well, we already know the first one has non-standard physics, so let's not do that. I could go back to the vault, but the current stage is so batshit insane, I don't think it's a good idea to do it. Well, I could also do the shitty ass avoidance on when I wanna finish what I started, I guess. Well, okay, let me do the Kendrick Lamar one. Feel like of all the remaining ones, it's probably the less annoying to do. It's still annoying, don't get me wrong, but what's the fastest way through here? Because this goes back to... No, but this doesn't go to the town. So, well, but that's the thing. No, okay, it doesn't go to the town, but the beach is closer to the hotel than if I just keep going forward, I think. And hopefully I can get rid of the fucking hotel already, dude. It's been too long. And the hotel should have been beaten already. Hey, don't worry. Just a couple more tries, surely. Oh yeah, and wait, where is the taxi here? Shouldn't there be a taxi? Did I pass it? Probably passed it, didn't I? Wait, this is not the beach. I just realized the previous one was the beach. I really fucking hate this lobby so much. I hate this lobby with a passion. So you know, I went the wrong way. It would have been easier to go to the right on the other one. Well, at least the Tats is here. It's fine, don't worry about it. At least we're on the way there. Well, if I manage to finish this Kendrick Lamar shit, I can also get the medal for the for the hotel. So there's that. So this one. Also, let me remove the music because this shit gets blocked, and that's bad. Don't want my video to be blocked again. Though I feel like this is very underrated in terms of difficulty. This is harder, especially not the station itself, but this boss is not easy. And I want to believe I more or less understand it. So I think that this is easier with controller, but I'll try it with keyboards just in case. Come on. Well, I guess another thing that makes it lame is precisely having no music. But it's what you get for using copyrighted music, dude. Will be as easy as not doing that. I guess that might be too much. I fucked up. Damn it. I don't know, I find this boss to be so hard. Like, it's easy to, well, it's not easy to understand, but once you understand it, you might think that, okay, I got this, but I don't. That's the fucked up thing. And also, this shit, dude. Why is there a spike here? Why isn't this just a block? Because you know the amount of times I got killed by that? Well, that's pretty much what the thing that kinda made me not attempt it back when I was trying it. Just a very annoying boss fight. It's not like the stage was that well done either. I mean, it wasn't bad, but less than nice, I will say. Dude. Okay, go there. Well, maybe the song that plays here exclusively is not a copyrighted song, but I don't want to find... Well, you could... Okay, it shouldn't, it says Empire of War Purple Planet, so I don't think it's copyrighted like the Kendrick Lamar one. I can barely hear it though. Yeah, I think that this is video game music, right? Maybe. Wait, I'm stupid. I'm not supposed to shoot there, I'm supposed to make it there normally. Ah, damn it. It's fine. Though honestly, I don't hear the music. Do you hear the music? Yeah, there is music, it's just that the sound balance is so bad that you can barely hear it. Well, that's another thing that I feel that the guys that organized the game should have also done. Like, they should have equalized the volume. Like, I get that you could say that that's the responsibility of the stage makers, but I mean, since you have all of the music, like, you could equalize it yourself, you know? Like, essentially, well, I don't know if this particular Game Maker version they use has something like what the Game Maker Studio has, but essentially in Game Maker Studio you use the musics are basically part of an audio group. Usually the audio group already like standardizes it a little bit, but even if it doesn't, you can use a slider to make them like louder or not. I guess the issue there, well, rather than to make them louder, is to make them more quiet, I guess. So the issue is that yeah, they don't seem like they care. I guess if it's not loud enough, unless you go to a program like Audacity, you're not going to do that. I hate that shit so much, dude. Like, I feel like this boss is so badly done. Like, I don't think I'm joking when I say this is the worst boss in the game. Because at least the boss from that shitty ass stage that had Miku's head, I feel like that one had better patterns. This one is just like a clusterfuck. It's confusing at first, but once you understand what to do, it's so cancerous to play. I really don't understand how the judges made the difficulty of this appear so low when I feel like it's not even close to what the judges are saying. Now the question is, can I get this guy in 3 cycles or will they have to be 4? I feel like looking at the amount of health remaining, it will have to be 4. Obviously, I don't wish that to be the case, but it might be. Okay, and that's another problem. That piece of trash mini spikes that come from the bottom are not synchronized with the cherries. So you can have patterns where you will get hit by them. So like, I don't know what they were smoking, but this one is quite hard. Mostly because it's pretty badly done. If it was better done, it wouldn't be this hard, but the weird thing is how they didn't think it was hard. Whatever. Maybe I'm just overlooking something, but at this point I don't think I am. I took too long, I'm gonna die. Oh, that's so shitty, dude. Like, those mini spikes, like, I understand why they are there, so you cannot camp. But you still cannot camp because when you get the batteries removed, you cannot be there anyway, so they have no reason to exist. Okay. The issue is here. Normally on the right side there are no synchronization problems at the beginning, but here, okay, I guess if you preemptively do that, it works kinda. I was almost too late. Hopefully next one is the last one. We will see though. He had no health. Why didn't he die? He was out of health. Like, he had no red in that bar. Ah, for fuck's sake, dude. Well, that's another issue. If you stay there when he dies, can you get out? Because you cannot get out normally. But can you get out here? Maybe not. Maybe you cannot. Oh, I almost died to that. Problem is that this damage is very bad. Like, this will require 4 cycles and less. Like, I specifically camped to kill him. And I don't know if I'm gonna get punished. Okay, I couldn't do anything there, dude. Because of this stupid ass RNG with the top spikes. God damn it. Like, how can a single boss be so badly done? It's crazy. Like, there are so many bad things about this boss. Like, can point out so many shitty decisions. Come on. So I will attempt on the next one to get rid of all his health and see if it works. Maybe it doesn't, but I don't lose anything for trying. And considering that I most likely will die anyways. Alright, so if it's probably not gonna work. I'll try though. It did work, okay. And this keeps going, by the way. And I got fucking killed by the cherry below me. Well, behind me. This is the worst boss in the game. Bar none. Like, there's no boss worse than this one. It really fucking sucks. But oh well. It is what it is. Gotta deal with it. Alright, so there are 3 cycles, at least you know that. Maybe they could be 2, depending on how you time it. But 3 cycles to be sure. That was pretty close too. I fucked that up. This is so infuriating. Like, I cannot put into words without using insults, of course. If I could use insults, it would be easier to... But I could, it's just that I think it's very rude. It's pretty hard to put my frustration into words, is what I try to say. Without recurring to profanity. You know? I'm not gonna do that. I will talk all the shit about the stages, but not the makers themselves. Only the decisions that I think are questionable that they make, but not about them. So can we pull this off, please? We'll appreciate it. Okay, you will have to wait here 1 more cycle. There you go. This should be enough to kill him without him removing your battery. Now they used to not get killed here by some random shit. There you go. That's the sound effect from Rayman when you beat a level. Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't say it was the worst stage, because it wasn't, but that boss was very shitty. And also the fact that it used copyright music at the beginning doesn't help my perception of it. At least it's not highly rated. But anyways, that should be the medal for the hotel. So that means that I could just forget about this hotel altogether. Yeah, you can say interesting in the... Grind rails. Oh, that level, I almost forgot about that. I wish I still forgot. You had to remind me. Well, one thing that we can do before we fuck off to another zone is see the fruits, but I think this guy doesn't care unless it's all of them. Yeah, like this guy won't be happy until you collect all the secrets. Well, at this point I already decided I won't collect all the secrets. Okay, so this hotel is done, which means... well, it means that only pain remains. I mean, I could do Kamek Conundrum, like that's the thing. Of the remaining ones, if we exclusively think of it through difficulty and not through how pain it is to play, Kamek Conundrum is the easiest one. Because Golden Sky and Astral Prominence and that other one are very hard. The Shade Tool Needle is not that hard, but again, it will fuck up my perception of physics. The Vault is pretty hard, the checkpoint I'm currently on, but I want to observe on Dotty sucks. I guess the Avoidance is also another one I could do, but no. I think I'll try, well, I don't know if finishing, but at least going forward with Kamek Conundrum. Like, it has to be the easiest one remaining. It doesn't mean much, I guess. Wait, was that on the beach? I think it was, yeah. Probably. At this point, there's not much aside from pain remaining. Really pain and more pain. Wait. Where was it? Wait, was it really here? Maybe it wasn't here. No, it wasn't here. Fuck, dude. Well, you can go through here, I think. Yeah, San Oliva is right there. Okay. So let's go into that Kamek Conundrum. This boss, dude. Should I use gamepad for this? Will I benefit? I don't think I will benefit from gamepad here. I mean, yeah, not really. I don't think so, at least. I mean, it's not like dodging this is hard, it's just annoying in the sense that it's dual to do. Well, I mean, one of the reviews said it, it's dual, that's the word, this is a dual boss. And in general it's a dual stage, but this boss specifically. Not to mention this version of the song has less vitamins. When I say it has no vitamins, I mean that it lacks excitement, and I get it's supposed to be like a troll version of the song, I guess, but I mean, why would you do that for a boss, you know? Just feels a little bit old. Whatever. Okay, so now you've had to make it aim for this. That's not, like, once you know how to do it, it's not hard to, so I don't know what the review was smoking that said if it's in a position where you will miss. How is that possible? Unless it gets harder later. Because at least the first time that you're supposed to make it aim to you, it's like you cannot miss it. Again, assuming you know what to do, obviously. The hardest attack here, well, actually there's two hard attacks. Like this one, purely because of the RNG. Like, if this had more control RNG, it wouldn't be that hard. But the extremely uncontrolled RNG of that attack makes it hard because it can make patterns be close together and be super hard to dodge. Then the other one with the piranhas is just hard no matter what. Like, that one is hard simply because it's precise. Like, you gotta be very precise to jump. I mean, it's probably more forgiving than a gate jump, obviously, but it feels like you needed to do a gate jump every time. Like, I would assume that it's probably like, I don't know, like 4 pixels more forgiving, maybe more than 4, maybe 8 pixels more forgiving. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell because I think it's one of those where the hitbox doesn't equal the sprite, so you can only guess. Okay, so this one again. But you gotta be careful is when they go back to him, they do it diagonally. So just staying on the floor, I mean, it might work, but it might also not work. Oof, that was close. Okay, so here comes diving. Oof, that was very close. This is... I think that it's probably one of the biggest criticisms that I have to a lot of bosses in I Wanna Be The Guy fan games. The fact that there is so much downtime, because this one is not the only one that has this issue. It's just that here is very obvious that it has the issue. What? How did I get killed? Is it because of the explosion? I'm pretty sure the fist did not hit me. Is it because I was close to this and it exploded? Are you shitting me? That's fucked up. I mean, I gotta assume it's because of that. So I'm 100% sure the fist did not hit me. Well, no, I'm not 100% sure. Let's just say I'm 90% sure. I should watch the replay, but I'm pretty sure it did not hit me, dude. I would almost be willing to bet it didn't hit me. Ah, for fuck's sake, dude. I'm starting to think that I should probably do the avoidance from that other thing, but it's whatever. As I say, at this point, I don't think there is an option that is less painful. Everything left is painful, dude. Everything. Though, the one that worries me the most is Astral Prominence. Because Astral Prominence is apparently the longest and hardest stage in the game, and I'm already stuck in a checkpoint, so that's kind of like everyone, like, that might be the sole stage that filters me. Because everything else I probably can do it, but that one, I think if I don't check up a guide, I don't think I can do it. Like, aside from the execution requirement, I think there's also a... Wait, fucking asshole, it's fine. Should be fine. It's just in case I probably should try to make him aim from the center of the screen. Unless you're telling me that... This is so frustrating, dude. This is very frustrating. Extremely frustrating, I will say, and I wouldn't be exaggerating. It's fine. It even makes this song more painful to listen to, because it really feels like the game is just making fun of you for playing this shit. It's like, what an idiot. Could have been doing something better and you're playing this shit instead. It's taunting you. Yeah, that's true. Will be playing something better, and I'm not, because I'm a moron. That is correct. That is unfortunately correct. How did I miss all those champs? Okay, I'm out. Yeah, this is way too frustrating, dude. No matter how easy it is, it pisses me off so much. It makes me angry, legitimately. Damn it. You know what? Fuck it, I'm doing the Shade Tool Needle. At this point, dude, with everything remaining, this might be the least offensive one. Yeah, I mean, the only offense of this one is that it uses non-standard physics. The gimmick in itself is whatever, but yeah. Like, the gimmick is okay even, but yeah, what's not okay is the... Wait, is this easier with controller? Since there are no vines, it probably is. Hold on, I'm gonna use controller. I think it is easier with controller here. Too high. That's too long. Oh yeah, I do remember that here I did not know what I was doing wrong. I think, actually, I do get what I'm doing wrong. I'm supposed to use this to gain a double jump. No, but if I were to do that... Okay, you gain the double jump, but you're supposed to use this teleport down here after touching this. Then you double jump into this, then you double jump again, use this, use it again, and I think that's the idea. I think, I could be wrong, but I think that's how it works. It's not easy to execute though. Oh, well, that's pretty nice of you. Yeah, I mean, that's still easy if you just hold left. Well, it's easy until it's time to jump out, I think. You went to the wrong one, dude. It's on the right first and then on the left. Damn it. Come on. Wait, you're fucking up the timing tremendously right now. And I am going to the left one. I know that the left one is the one that kinda makes sense to pick up, but you're supposed to not do that. That being said though, I couldn't double jump, so am I really supposed to do that? Right, like I don't have a double jump actually. So I'm not supposed to do that. But why don't I have a double jump? Well, I'm pretty sure you're still supposed to get rid of that. Because otherwise you couldn't be able to pass, but... How do you do that?
Free.
Wait. Okay, you can move to the sides while going upwards. But that's so precise if that's the case. Maybe I still don't get what's the idea. Like, you can do that, sure, but it doesn't make it to the top, you know? Like, it's not high enough to make it to the top. No, maybe... Hold up. If I were to pick this one, it will basically be a matter if I can go right fast enough to fall here. I guess. But at the same time, well, unless you are super precise here, like you do it exactly on this line, you're not making it out, I mean. But no, that's not the only issue. The other issue is that it's pretty short. You're not gonna make it regardless. Otherwise, I don't understand what's the idea with this one. I gotta assume that's the strategy, but seems to be proving time and time again that that's not really the case. At least for what I understand, this is the final screen, because it say that there are 5, right? Yeah, 5 screens of 5 tool needle, and this one I remember it being the 5th one. So after this it should be, or oh, I managed to do that. Well, the issue of managing to do that is that that wall at the bottom will still be there, so that's like, I think you gotta get rid of it first. So otherwise you're not gonna make it. Wait. Okay, you can jump from that. I didn't know. Just I don't really understand these gimmicks fully. And this game also, well, the stage didn't bother having a tutorial for this, so you're kinda supposed to figure it out yourself. Now, what's the order there though? So I pick this up, I make it here, then I double jump, and then I keep my jump after that. Like by do this, jump here, touch it, then teleport here, right, then teleport, jump, and teleport. I think that's the strat. Probably is, most likely, I think. It should be. No, you're doing it wrong here. Remember that you have to go first by yourself and then pick up the teleporter. That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea, but you need to get to that teleporter on the left somehow. It's hard though. Really, you died to that. I also think that there's most likely a secret here, but who gives a fuck? Ah, I almost got it, god damn it. Almost. It's okay, second try. You are such an asshole. Like, you are such a fucking asshole, because I have no way of knowing what to... Okay, you know what? I was out to say that despite the weird physics, this wasn't that bad. But now you just made me change my mind. You're just an asshole. Because on top of this non-standard physics and the non-explained gimmicks, you also just pull a trap like that. Damn it. Well, to be fair, it's supposed to be easy. And theoretically it gives you time to react because it gives you all those little floors you can just bounce on. You wonder where the secret will be, but who gives a fuck at this point. Pretty funny, isn't it? Well, considering the overall difficulty of the stage, I think it could be more offensive if it was harder, but... though there's something I don't understand, because apparently Shade Tool is like a bad word, and I don't know why, or at least someone told me that. Well, not just someone told me, but also the fact that the game before you enter the stage tells you, hey, Shade Tool warning. So what's the issue with Shade Tool? Like, isn't Shade Tool simply a tool to make needle? Like, why does it have a bad reputation? Is it because the people that usually use it produce shit, or Because for what I understand, the tool is simply to help you do needle. I haven't used it, so I have no fucking clue what it does. I think it's supposed to be like a bad thing. I don't fully get why. Okay. So the secret requires like whatever that is, and this is another watermelon, by the way. Wait, so maybe the fruits, like you can collect all the fruits without collecting every secret? Maybe not. I don't know. Because it's the same one as that other level, so that feels suspicious. Yeah, maybe you can do it without collecting. Well, at least that one is done. So that's nice. In this same place, the only one left is Kamek Conundrum. But man, that boss fight is so fucking shitty that I don't want to deal with it. But damn, everything else is so painful. Like, there's only pain left. There really is nothing but pain left. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'll try it again, but this is not a good idea. I don't have enough tolerance for this. I don't. I'll try using a controller in case it's less painful, but I don't think that's the case. Well, maybe it is less painful actually. Moving with controller in places where you are not very restricted. Oh, the problem is the champs, yeah. Well, I guess I can still pull them off, yeah, sure. But yeah, those champs are harder with controller. You need a lot more precision. A controller is good every time that you are not in a claustrophobic environment. Well, it depends. Actually, yeah, that's not true. It heavily depends. But in my case, it's basically like controller is bad if binds are present, if it's very, very traditional needle, or what else? What other idea is bad? Not sure actually. But those two are obvious. Bind and traditional needle don't go well with controller. I guess dodging very precise bullet hell is also not easy with controller. Basically anything that requires... Ah, fuck me. Anything that requires like millimetrical precision is a problem. With controller, I mean, well, it's also a problem with the keyboard, but it's easier to do it with keyboard. I hate that attack so fucking much. It's fine, don't worry about it. Look, there's not that much time on stream remaining, so it's either doing this shit or doing some other shit that will be equally as annoying, so just do this. And at least be happy of the stages that you did today, which were 2. They were only 2, which is pretty sad. No, they weren't 2, they were 3 actually. It's still sad, but it's good progress. Just that the progress is most likely gonna very quickly slow down. That's the issue. Will happen without a doubt. Now the issue here is that the time that I die at the same time that this thing exploded, I heard a different boss theme that is the boss theme from Sonic and Knuckles. So it makes me think there is a second phase after this. So if you die on that second phase, it's all the way back to the beginning and you're gonna have to deal with that. At least I hope there is a checkpoint, but I don't think there is one. And considering... Oh, man, fuck. I'm spamming restart because I'm frustrated. Yeah, I was out to say, considering the way this stage is done, I wouldn't be surprised if there is no checkpoint between phases. I think that so far this is probably the most unfun stage. Because the other ones, the one that I say that is the shittiest one so far, it ends quickly. And more importantly, it's not that, you know, like it's shitty, but like it has things happening at all times. So, as shitty as it is, at least I cannot really say it's boring. This one is just boring. That's one of the worst things that a game can be. Like, sometimes it's preferable for a game to be bad, but it has some quality that is so bad that it makes it funny, right? But yeah, this one, I mean, I guess you can say it's funny, as in, wow, I can't believe you did that. But not funny when you're playing it, you know? So yeah, this stage has the very bad mistake of being boring. Which is something that even the bad stages of this game don't suffer that much from. Like, as painful as they are, there is at least something happening. Here, there are literally 10 seconds where nothing happens. Like, for example, all that shit where that guy got from the left of the screen to the right, I'm pretty sure those were, well, maybe less than 10 seconds, but you cannot have that much time with nothing happening, dude. Or you could do that if it's not gonna happen again, like in a cutscene, of course. I mean, that's the idea of cutscenes. In cutscenes, I mean, you have stuff happening, but the thing is that you don't play them, but that's fine because you only see them once, right? Usually. If the game is well done, you see them only once. But yeah, in this case where if you die, you gotta do it again and wait again, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's fine. Well, I mean, see, here's the thing. It's possible that this also serves as a learning opportunity to a lot of these makers, so, you know, maybe they will learn from the mistakes. Alright, so what comes here? A second phase, yes, but looks like that pathetic little worm and your last chance of survival didn't survive. Now prepare to meet my greatest creation. Let's make a Sonic. Well, hopefully... Okay, it seems like there is a checkpoint at least. Oh, okay, and so... Okay, that's cool. You still cannot damage him though. Okay, so this time he actually is supposed to be punched by himself. Got it. Wait, what does time mean? I don't like that meter. And also, what's HP? Well, that's probably Mecha Sonic HP. hold up, I think I can swap now. Why would I want to swap though? Can I just kill Eggman? Maybe no. Problem is that he has this attack. Oh, but it's different this time, okay. Yeah, see, like that is actually a way more like reactable attack. Despite the fact that it might look kinda hard, it isn't. Oh, and right there, okay, I get the difficulty of this, but hold up. On the other side, you are fighting Mecha Sonic. Oh, the hitbox is the kid there. Well, I want to see what Mecha Sonic does. Wait, I cannot switch right now. Oh, that's pretty funny how it failed. So you can switch after that attack for whatever reason. Okay. Oh, and this one you can actually damage him simply by shooting. I think. Just that he has a lot of health. My question is if I'm supposed to, and that's pretty loud. My question is if I'm supposed to kill them at the same time, or if I can down one and then just fuck off, right? Huh, that's funny. Wait, that's not healing you, right? Hope not. Is it? I'm not dealing any damage, that's for sure. Okay, I get it. For that attack, you're supposed to swap. Well, I know that because that's what the review said. So, yeah. Okay. So basically, you do this until he does that, and then you swap back. Yeah, no problem. I can imagine that these attacks will filter a lot of people, though. Like, I'm used to this shit, so it's not a problem for me, but those type of bullet hell attacks are quite hard for a lot of people. Okay. In my case, I play bullet hell games, so I'm used to it. So basically, when he's done collecting this shit, you swap to Eggman. Assuming I can do it, I should be able to, yeah. Funny explosion. So if the explosion remains... Fuck. If the explosion remains active, that will be an issue, wouldn't it? So what happens if you beat Eggman, for example? I don't know. Because, I mean, if you beat Eggman, you have no escape when he blows up. Well, I wanna test it. I mean, we're gonna be here for a while anyways. Also, this attack... that's pretty fucked up. I mean, I think it's just a matter of getting used to it, but... it can be pretty rough. Yeah, the review that was saying that sometimes it's frustrating when an attack makes it so you cannot line up the punch, it was talking about that. It wasn't talking about the previous phase. Because in the previous phase it didn't make any sense that would be a complaint, because, you know, it's... like, you're never gonna be in a bad position because of how fucking long he takes to position himself. But yeah, if it is here, I guess it makes more sense. Or not, I don't know if he takes a while to position himself or not. No, it's not that he takes a while to position himself, just that sometimes it might be hard to target him. But I mean, he still takes a while to position himself. So you gotta be careful about this attack exclusively here. Because the one with the explosions on top is not that bad. I think this one I get it. Now he's gonna do the cannon. Okay. Well, maybe it will cuck me in one of these. Hopefully not, though. It also has quite some RNG, but you have a lot of time to react. Okay, so that's the thing. Oh, so he keeps going, even if his HP is 0. Wait, I cannot read what you say, bro. Well, maybe I wasn't supposed to switch, actually. Oops. Maybe I was supposed to read what he said. Wait, there is time. So I think I was right. And, like, this is like... Well, the example I always give, like in Dark Souls 2, like the throne bosses, you have to kill them close to each other, because otherwise you run out of time. Alright, well, good to know. I mean, I assume it was something like that. I'm not surprised. I blow up. So what happens when the time reaches 0? You die? Okay, he heals. Not fully, surprisingly. He still has that sprite of being defeated, but... I mean, he isn't, clearly. Right, the explosion takes a while to go away. It's not like you can... Why did you do that? Sometimes he also has that super random ass movement and he stops randomly in some place for no reason. I think that there, instead of jumping over him, I was intended to stay on the left. But whatever. Okay, here, should I switch? Well, you can switch at any time. I guess might as well switch after this now, but... I should have switched as soon as I damage him. Pretty much. Ah, fuck me. Why were you so close to the center? Oh, maybe it affects where you are on the screen in the previous one, probably. I don't know what the hitbox of that is. And if it stays active, I'm pretty sure it does stay active. Hard to tell unless you do trial and error. I don't want to do trial and error with that, you know? Blow up metal biatch. Nice, so here comes the cannons. Oh. That works. Yeah, we can switch. Will this be enough to down him? Though, is that even a good idea to down him? Wouldn't the time start ticking? Well, it probably will, but I mean, it's risky, I guess. Like, it's probably something that you want to do before Eggman is about to hit himself, instead of this early, but whatever. We already did it like this, so we're gonna stick to that. Okay, he has 0 HP, doesn't seem like he gives a fuck though. About that 0 HP. Okay. Well, the timer is not counting, so... I don't know. That could be a good thing. Alright, please don't choke this spinning attack, please. I cannot read that. Oh, okay, it's basically the same thing. So the issue here is aiming at him properly. Works, nice, got it. Alright. And thus our creator ran out of time and budget for an ending that was coherent. Alright. Wait, bullshit. Like, did you pay for something here? I hope not. Anyways. Yeah, so the issue with this is... well, there are many issues, but essentially the issues are... I guess the checkpoints being long at the beginning makes sense because there's only 2 screens. So if you want to increase the length of this, that's what you do. But as I say, in those type of checkpoints where there is a heavy setup involved, it's not fun to redo them over and over again. You can have a long checkpoint where you constantly like Echo, you know, Echo's stage. Oh wait, hold up, I'm gonna get a medal here. I was out to say, in Echo's stage, he has very long checkpoints, but you're constantly doing something, and they are short. Well, that's the ironic thing. They are long because you're supposed to do a lot of shit, but they are short in time, like they take at most 30 seconds maybe. But your checkpoints, since you have to do so much setup, you're gonna be taking like 2 minutes to do the checkpoint, and when you die and you need to start over again, it's a pain in the ass to do that. And well, the boss fight, the issue is the one I say. First of all, the first phase is not telegraphed properly to know exactly what you need to do, and there was an attempt, and I'm grateful for that attempt. But I don't think that was enough to tell you, hey, you're supposed to do this. And second, the amount of downtime in that first phase is extremely boring. Like, very boring. And also the RNG of that attack with the falling things, again, in the first phase is very big. It's like a lot of randomness that can corner you very easily, even though it's not intended to be that hard. The second phase was very good though, that's the thing. The second phase was very well done. Like, I like it a lot. But yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag because of, you know, the previous things. It's fine. It's a good attempt, I think, especially if you didn't have time to do it and you had to hurry. Hey, it's fine. I don't know about the budget thing though. Isn't the whole point of fun games that we do all of this for free? I hope you didn't pay anyone. But hey, I guess if you did, it's fine. If you want to do that, it's like, sure, why not? Okay. So we have 3 medals out of 6 normally, because I think the last one is beating something afterwards that is not available yet. I hope that it's not related to the secrets though, but it's cool. So, what do we do? Actually, well, right now probably nothing. Probably should end the stream, but what could I start the next stream? Because I think I will keep going, you know. I mean, I could keep doing the vault. It's that the vault is very fucked up, dude. It's a very... I mean, the checkpoint I'm currently at is very messed up. Oh well, I guess we can try. I mean, I could also end the stream right now. Should I? Wait, hold up. Right there it says that the secret I got is a peach. So maybe the fact that 2 of them have watermelons is like a coincidence, in the sense that they are both supposed to have watermelons or something. Maybe not, I don't know. If you haven't seen this one before, the idea here is that you're supposed to keep that monster alive while you're trying to, you know, make it to these squares to not die to the countdown. Because that countdown, when it reaches 0, it will kill you if you are not in the the color that it says that you should be. Like, the thing is that this is relatively challenging without taking into account that ghost. But the fact that you have to keep the ghost alive until the end is what really makes this very hard. And it's a pain in the ass, really, but I mean, what can you do? It is the way it is. Ooh, that was very close. It's so hard to time that properly, like redirecting the bullets and making it there is very challenging. Oof. I think I'm dead. I was supposed to go to the red earlier, I think. Probably. Whatever. I didn't make it. Too early. Okay, I don't think that's a good redirection to do. The issue is that if you wait too long there, you kinda cannot dodge the second wave he throws at you. At least the thing that I'm currently stuck at is further than the one I previously was stuck at. So not bad. Fox. I forgot to shoot there. Well, not like anything happens if you don't shoot there, but that's pretty clearly the easiest place to shoot this guy. Before the end, of course. Well, at the end I don't even know if it will be easy to hit him. Ah, that barely hit me. I think if I manage to beat this screen, well, I'll leave it here, yes, but it will be ideal, I guess. I will get some progress before the end, and I will also get something new for the next one. It's ideal. Okay, if you want to get early there, though, do you want to get early? Because you will still need to keep yourself in the red. I don't think you want to. I don't know, I still haven't figured out the timing on that. Because even if the movement on the guy depends on where you are, but I mean, you can very easily manipulate it. So essentially there is one route that you're supposed to take. So I simply have to figure that one out. And this one is ironically not much about execution as it is about knowing what to do. Well, by knowing what to do, I mean knowing the step by step. Because see, I know what to do, so you need to know exactly what to do and when. That last redirection is so shitty. Because he delays it so much. Oof, close. Oh, right there you cannot wait. Like, you have to enter. Even if you don't stay in the first green square, you need to be inside by then, because the timer is not gonna let you survive. Alright, good to know. Oof, that was pretty close, but I got distracted. At least I got very close. So, well, the yellow one, it might be hard mostly because you cannot really land very well, but if you manage to do the yellow one, the other one should be as easy as, you know, waiting until the red pops up and then you kill the ghost and go right. That's the idea. This is a very hard screen. At least I gotta say that it's a pretty creative one. I mean, so far I don't know what kind of evil shit is gonna appear later in this stage. But for now I gotta say I do enjoy the gimmicks of this stage. Oof. Wait. Okay. Ooh, that was so close. I almost got killed by the other thing. So it's 4 hits and not 3, or did I forget to shoot him twice at the top? Not sure, but I'm glad I did that. Oh, that's pretty evil though. Okay. It is mostly... I don't think this is much about thinking as it is about, you know, execution. It's purely about execution. Also, where is the message? You know that every stage has a message. Like this one says, existence it's a problem. This one doesn't say anything. Like, are you out of words? Are you speechless that I was able to beat the previous one? You should. Hey, I was out to say, the only problem that this stage had, and it's not really a problem of the stage itself, I think it's of the game itself, that the secret. Like basically the fact that you cannot get out of the secret even using the option. Aside from that, I think this stage has done pretty well. I don't think I will prefer this over Limbo or the teleport one, because it's simply a little bit too painful. But it is well done, that's for sure. Though, hold up, what the fuck do I do once I fall here? Because you get a champ refresher, but if I champ here, like I'm out of champs. So that cannot be, but how will... Okay, hold up. I think I get it. So since the next one is yellow, you... Can you go all the way? Like, yeah, I think the fire goes all the way, so... You go all the way to the right, double champ here, then all the way here, double champ here. Well, but that's the issue. You double champ there and you are out of champs. Okay, no, the idea is double champing here, actually. You double champ here, fire, then... This is a little bit hard though. You champ without fire here, and then you fire all the way here. That's the idea. That's hard to execute, without a doubt. Almost. Well, I almost got it on the first try, actually. Oh, damn it, you're waiting too much. Come on, you gotta move. Oh, I wasn't in the green. Oops, my bad. Okay, I'm doing that too soon. You gotta actually chill a little bit here. Yeah, that was the right input, but you did it too late. Oh, see, that one was not the right input. Ah, that's the same problem I had before. It's gonna be hard to time that one, I think. No, that sucks, didn't it? Too low. Nice. Okay, wait, why is Mega Man here? Well, it's not only Mega Man, it's Mega Man, Kirby, Battletoad, and I don't know who the one in the top right is. Well, when I say Mega Man, I mean Eds, specifically. Alright, that's none of those. Wait, what is... Oh, so these guys are supposed to be other heroes that came here. You have a space for you right here. What if I want the one on the left? Oh, this is probably gonna be a parade of enemies, right? Oh, you can save pretty... Well, I hope I don't soft log. Well, you cannot soft log, okay. But yeah, the thing is that you can save as far as here. Well, actually, a lot farther even. Yeah, the trigger is once you go to the yellow, or once you are fully on the yellow, rather. The good thing is that it like shows you exactly on which one you are, because it blinks, right? Now this boss might be pretty hard to do, but at this point I think everything in this stage is pretty hard. Though, you know, the good thing about this stage is that it's consistently hard. Everything that shows up in this game is hard to a higher or lesser degree, you know? But yeah, those guys being alive is an issue. Actually, like, forget about the butterfly, those guys being alive is a real problem. I don't know who the guy on the right is. I really don't recognize him. Looks like someone from a Sega game, but I mean, from any 16-bit game could be. I mean, all of them are from the 16-bit era. Like those specific sprites, I mean. Well, actually, that Battletoads sprite, from what game is it? Because it's not the NES one. Or was Battletoads on the SNES? Probably. Or maybe it was the NES one and it looked that good. Well, I do know that Battletoads is one of the best looking games in the NES because it was released pretty late into the console's life. But I wonder. Maybe I should leave this here, and this wouldn't be a bad place to leave it. Like having this as the challenge to look forward, I think it's not a bad idea. Like it's better than any other idea I could think of. And I don't know how hard this is gonna be, so I probably should just wait until I beat this stage, but I gotta say that this stage is very solid. Like, what is it rank on? 10, that's too little. I will put this at probably like 6th place, like basically below the teleporting gimmick one, the one with the orb, but only below that one. I think that it's above everything else. It's a pretty well done level, but yeah, not over yet, but it will be over on the next stream, this stage, that is. So yeah, this game still survives. Surprisingly, I still have the motivation to keep going. Hopefully it keeps like that until I end up finishing it, because it will feel bad to put all this time into it and not finish it though. Yeah, with what's remaining, maybe it's time better not spent, but we will see. In any case, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one and take care.